What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning in the channel here at 323 Fabrication. Back in the shop today with Pops and the old crusty GTO parts. This video is going to be a learning curve for us as well as everybody watching, unless you build automatic transmissions for a living. So we're going to tear this old Turbo 400 down and see what it's going to take to rebuild it. Neither one of us has done an automatic. Dad's, you resynchronized a Muncie, right? So he's done a Muncie. I've opened up some 4-speeds and a T56 and a T5 and some stuff like that, but never actually rebuilt any of it. We build our motors, so figure it's time to learn how to do an automatic. But let me turn this around and show you what we're working with. There it is. We cleaned it 3 or 4 times, degreased it, scraped it, pressure washed it. We don't have a steam Jenny, so that's going to be good enough for now. We'll clean it some more once it's apart. I will go ahead and advertise a little bit for Monster Transmissions. Never used any of their products, but they got a decent YouTube channel. This is a 25-minute video of him tearing down a Turbo 400, so we've been kind of watching a little bit of that stuff. But that's the plan. There's the old goat on the lift, and the rear end's still outside. But this video is going to be about this transmission. We're going to tear it down and then, I guess, see what we got to have to fix it and then rebuild it. So that's the plan. Y'all hang out with us. Alright, y'all, we're going to get started and we're going to make a mess. This thing had a bunch of water in it. We drained it, but we haven't pulled the pan, so we'll see how that works out. I'm using my old wireless mic today, so hopefully the sound quality is good. And I will fast forward some of this stuff, you know, and clip parts out just to kind of get over the boring junk. We're going to start tearing it down a little at a time, I reckon. Sound like a plan?
On the side and we'll start the pan.
Yep. Stand it up on the bell housing, or roll it over on that linkage, or the linkage. Ain't gonna hurt it.
What size you think?
No, half inch or 9/16. What is this?
7/16. Half inch.
They're half inch.
No?
They're half inch. Nah.
Coffee can?
Yeah, coffee can be good. Keep all our hardware together. Thank you, sir. Can you grab a 9/16, maybe a 5/8? I'm gonna get this mount off of here. It's trash. And guys, I still, like these mount bolts, I'm going to throw them back in the case, or in the tail housing here. Keep it all together.
Oh, that is nasty.
That is bad.
Need to get a picture of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the camera. That is bad. Now, we don't know, you know, how salvageable this trans is, like how much in it's still going to be worth anything, but it is bad. pan's full of crap.
Looks like mud.
And then you can see up here, that's like, I don't know what that is. Crusties. That thing's pretty bad. Y'all get a little better view of it. Shoo!
That filter's not down on that bolt.
Didn't seem like it. Man, this thing is junk. Look at that. Holy moly. I got a buddy Mike that's got a transmission shop in town. He built the automatic that was in my last Cummins. And I called him the other day and told him that we were going to build this, and having never done an automatic before, you know, he suggested tear it down and see what all we were going to need, because there's a lot of stuff that won't be salvageable. Because he said even if the trans is full of fluid, as it sets up, stuff rusts. And so he suggested tearing it down before we ordered parts or whatever, and he said he's got shelves full of Turbo 400 stuff, so hopefully we can hopefully we can actually use this trans and it'll be salvageable. There's some junk in it for sure. Crusty stuff, nasty stuff. By the way, guys,
so it's available 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. So we're going to go over the disassembly of this unit, showing you what you need to disassemble.
About 98 in the shop, and it's hot.
One we actually purchased at the salvage yard.
And that thing's nasty. What you think?
But when it's done, you'll have yourself a nice, shiny new.
Y'all can see we're making a little bit of progress. Valve body's off. Whatever this thing's called's off. Had a little C-clip on it.
It's a reverse actuator.
Reverse actuator. This thing's disgusting. So the valve body, when you pull it, these are 7/16. Those three come out first. These are all 1/2 inch. These come out. And then when you pull the reverse, what'd you call it, actuator? Those are 1/2 inch as well.
That's a cover.
These just slip in, they come out. That's where we're at so far. Got a lot of cleaning to do. Here we hit y'all up a little bit. These are 9/16, I believe. These were 5/8, or maybe these are all 5/8. I can't remember. Anyway, that's where we're at. Trying to keep everything together. Obviously it's nasty, we're going to have to clean everything, but as it comes apart, we're trying to keep it sort of together. There is a little C-clip on the bottom of that right there. A little groove in that shaft. And it's small, so don't lose that. Alright guys, that's the shift plate. Dad already pulled it off, and there's little check balls in here we're going to have to get, but that's the shift plate for the transmission. It's off. We've got, well, he's going to show you where it was. think it's the other way. Like that.
There we go.
And it's a plate with a gasket on each side of it. We're gonna have to find these little balls in here with all this nastiness. I see one. They're about a 1/4 inch in diameter.
You gotta remember where they come from.
I don't know if y'all can see that. Two,
Try that hole.
5.
Try that hole.
Well, we got 6 so far. Oh, that's some crusty stuff, ain't it? Anyway, we're gonna keep taking stuff apart. Pull the pump, I reckon. They're 1/2 inch.
Mm-hmm.
1/2 inch head, right?
Yep.
That washer stayed on there.
Okay.
We'll put this down in here somewhere.
There you go.
That ain't doing nothing.
Here it is. Come on. Got my ears ringing. It's doing something. I don't think so, buddy. Look at that.
Rusty. Rusty. Nasty. Trying to keep most of the mess on the one side. Which ultimately isn't going to happen, but it'd be cool if it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the common nail. So, who'd have thought? GM put transmissions together with a nail. It's a nail.
Finish a nail.
That's what takes that out. Boy, that thing is rusty. I think we got to pry stuff now. Let me show them the rust. This thing is mint.
There's all the rust.
Oh yeah.
It's pitted.
Yeah, look at the bolts on this side. Mint.
They have to sandblast those pieces.
Or just replace them maybe, I don't know. We're gonna get back to it. made a little more progress. So this band is on here inside the case. There's a little dowel that holds that in place. You can't get this out. So this is out. Well, I took this apart thinking that that's how this came out, but it doesn't. This is supposed to just pull out, and it was stuck. Had some rust on it, so we got it out. And then you pull this band and pull these clutches and steels, which allows you to get to this band, which will allow this to come out once you take this 3/8 bolt out. But now it's a 12 point, so we gotta take that out, and then the rest of the transmission should come out. So that's what's next. I was trying to get y'all caught back up. Sometimes it's kind of hard to video and work. .3/8 12 point, and that holds what he called the center support of the transmission, which I guess is what I'm finna snatch out of here. So we'll let y'all check that out. It might be stuck. Oh, we gotta get the shift linkage out. Right here. Skip the step. Alright, shift linkage gotta come out. And a lot of cleaning to do. It's got a thing in the case that keeps it in place. But that should allow it to come out, maybe. Yeah, it's not riding on it no more. You know what else? Yep, that's got to come off. So does the speedo. Missing all kinds of things.
He didn't show that in the video.
That's a 1/2 inch. Somebody siliconed the stew out of that, so that's going to be fun to get out. That's probably 1/2 inch as well.
I know that's got a spring behind it.
Yeah, that's the governor, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Where'd that little pry bar go? Oh. That's part of what's holding it.
I thought it had a spring.
I thought it did too.
One on the S10 does.
That thing's all goobered up. But I don't think we did that. You see where it's been spinning on it. That wasn't us. We ain't been. Well, I mean, we might have been the reason it ate the teeth off of there, you know, the motor running, but so far as installing it without it being in place, that wasn't us. Alright, let's see if we got it all this time. Here's a washer. Alright. That is really rusty. Look at that.
Yep.
So that's the main part of the trans. That's the thrust washer. Right there. I'll show everybody that in just a second. Now
You said
there's
there were washers between all these hubs. And I hadn't seen any.
one more retainer spring. And then the reverse band. There's the reverse band. I believe somebody's been in this transmission before, and we still got to take this off. But, and this. Still got a little more to do. Take these off so I can get the camera. Set those down right there. Alright guys, there's the thrust washer on the back, but y'all can see how just junky and rusty everything is. That's the reverse band, or this is the reverse bands. This is where it rode. So that's probably why we didn't have reverse. There's a lot of probably reasons why nothing worked. But there's an empty transmission. We got to take that nut off down in there, and then we can take this apart, and then we'll pull that vacuum deal off of there and pull the rest of this linkage out, and it should be ready to clean. And I'm gonna take some pictures and send it to Mike, and he's gonna say it's all junk. So
He would be right.
he would be right, wouldn't he?
This one here,
Oh,
that one runs kind of like that.
yeah, a little lopsided. Got a burnout mark on it too.
Right there.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna clean a mess up. Alright guys, got another Turbo 400 here. Now, this is a Chevrolet. It's got a cracked bell housing. Bought it from a buddy of mine, Andrew. Supposed to have good hard parts in it. It come out from behind a big block Chevelle, 454 Chevelle. Let me pause this. So this is the Turbo 400 that I bought from my buddy Andrew. It's got a deeper pan on it. It's supposed to have good internals. It's been setting a while. The reason it come out the car is the bell housing was cracked on it, but it come out of a 454 Chevelle. I haven't run the numbers, that's just what he told me. But hopefully it's got some good hard parts in it we can use, and we can just put clutches and steels in it, and the valve body kit, the trans go, and replace all this old junk here. So that's the plan anyway.